News.mc on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on News.mc, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Thierry Boutsen and you're watching News.mc on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? Monaco will proudly host the Grand Départ of the Vuelta a España in August 2026, becoming the only location in the world to have launched all three Grand Tours, the Giro, the Tour de France, and now the Vuelta. The countdown began with the official route presentation at One Monte Carlo on October the 25th, and a course recon led by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II. Riders will take on a 9.6-kilometre time trial on August 22nd, beginning at Casino Square and finishing on the iconic Formula One Grand Prix line. The 100% Monegasque route was carefully designed to showcase the Principality's most emblematic landmarks, from Port Hercule to the Rose Garden and the Stade Louis II, while also delivering a technically demanding challenge for riders. With 25 turns and narrow descents, the stage will favour time trial specialists willing to take risks. Organisers are already working across all state services to ensure a flawless event, from logistics to safety to road quality. Locals are hoping to see Monaco's own Victor Langelotti take the start line, adding to what is expected to be a festival of cycling. The full 2026 Vuelta route will be unveiled on December the 17th at the Grimaldi Forum, with Spanish television broadcasting live from Monaco. The Monaco Red Cross once again drew crowds for its annual Grande Braderie, now in its second edition under the Fonvier market. The event was also visited by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II. Over 800 boxes of donated goods, from toys and baby gear to clothes, shoes, and even luxury items, were sorted and sold by 213 volunteers on October the 25th. The event is more than just a treasure hunt for bargain hunters. It's a vital fundraiser for the Red Cross's charitable projects. With cheerful shoppers walking away with puzzles, kitchenware and more, the atmosphere was lively and generous. Monaco has received positive recognition from the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, for its progress in the fight against money laundering. The latest update, adopted on October 24th, highlights key improvements, including the hiring of 3 new magistrates within the Public Prosecutor's Office and successful efforts to seize assets linked to criminal activity. These advancements reflect Monaco's strong commitment to financial transparency and international cooperation. The Principality remains determined to continue on this path and exit the FATF grey list as soon as possible. Monaco's Oceanographic Museum has launched 3 exciting new features for the school holidays, blending innovation, science and history to delight visitors of all ages. Unveiled during a special evening event attended by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, the additions begin with a major upgrade to the museum's historic conference room. A new audiovisual system featuring listening terminals and projected visuals allows visitors to hear the voices of past monarchs and key ocean advocates, offering a powerful journey through Monaco's legacy of marine preservation. The second highlight is the reopening of the museum's iconic 36,000-litre aquarium, now renamed in honour of Professor Jean Jaurès. Following months of complex restoration work, the tank once again showcases vibrant coral specimens and marine life. Finally, new commemorative plaques honour the museum's loyal patrons and partners, whose continued support enables its environmental and educational mission. The very first Grand Prix of Haute Joaillerie sparkled into life at the Sporting Monte Carlo, celebrating the finest in high jewellery craftsmanship. Organised by SBM, the event brought together exceptional pieces from a dozen prestigious maisons, including Bulgari, Boucheron, Chopard and Chanel. Actress Isabelle Huppert was guest of honour at the glittering evening, which culminated in an awards ceremony recognising standout creations. Chanel took home the top prize for Piece of the Year, setting the bar high for what may become an annual fixture in Monaco's luxury calendar. At the headquarters of Monaco's Public Safety Directorate on October the 27th, Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene met two very special new recruits, Boyka and Tyson, the Principality's first police dogs. Boyka, a Belgian Malinois, is trained to detect explosives, while Tyson, a Dutch Shepherd, can identify cash, another tool against money laundering, weapons and narcotics. The duo and their handlers recently completed training in France and now assist at major events such as the Monaco Grand Prix. Princess Charlene, who supported the creation of the Canine Brigade, praised their role in strengthening Monaco's security, fighting against money laundering and corruption, and protecting its citizens. Monaco is ramping up efforts to tackle cigarette litter with a new awareness campaign targeting smokers across the Principality. Just one cigarette butt can pollute up to 500 litres of water and pose a serious threat to marine life, prompting the government to act. The campaign avoids blame and instead encourages responsible behaviour with pocket ashtrays and public bins widely distributed. Crews from the SMA say butts are still a daily challenge, especially outside office buildings. With striking visuals now launched across press, roadways and social media, officials hope to inspire a collective effort to protect Monaco's shared environment. On October the 29th, Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene travelled to Martkopi, Georgia to support Monaco's U16 national rugby team during their training camp. As president of the Monegasque Rugby Federation, the princess was joined by her brother Gareth Whitstock and visited the Georgian Rugby Union's world-class training centre. While there, she also took part in a first aid workshop led by the Georgian Red Cross and the Princess Charlene Foundation. The day ended with two more wins for the young Monegasque players who are now preparing for the Dubai Sevens tournament in November. AS Monaco triumphed 3-5 over Nantes in a thrilling end-to-end clash, reclaiming second place in Ligue 1 on the evening of Wednesday, October 29th. Goals from Mamadou Koulibaly, Folarin Balogun, Magnus Akliouche and Alexander Golovin sealed the win after a chaotic contest that saw Nantes fight back twice. The result marks Monaco's second straight victory and leaves them just 1 point behind PSG. The Roca team delivered a thrilling 87-92 victory over Olympiakos in Piraeus on Wednesday, October 29th, showcasing grit, teamwork and star power. After a tense first half, Monaco came alive through Alpha Diallo, who dominated with 27 points, and captain Mike James, who added 23 points and 10 assists. Their sharp shooting and composure silenced the Greek crowd and sealed Monaco's fourth EuroLeague win of the season. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Thierry Boutsen. I was born and raised in Brussels. I did some studies for engineering. When I was 18, I did 2 additional years to have this. I had a perfectly normal childhood, nothing special. Apart from one thing is that when you ask my mother today, my father has passed away a few years ago, she will tell you that I started my professional life when I was 3 years old. Because at that age, I told my parents that I wanted to become a Formula 1 driver. And I have no idea why. I don't no idea where it's coming from, because in the family there was no link whatsoever. It came from somewhere. I saw a film or maybe a report on television that just lighted the fire inside me, and that was the beginning of a long career. I call it a very good school for life, driving race cars and being a Formula 1 driver, because you need to be very, very strong mentally in everything you do. Never let things go down, never be pushed down by whatever can happen to you. It goes up to the point where I've lost many friends. I mean, during my career, I lost 15 friends. They were very close, we were racing together, and they died in accidents. On the other side, you need to look for sponsors as well, and to help your team finance the car and the racing. So it's a mixture of everything. I mean, you touch many different areas, and when you put it all together, it's a very good school of life, because you touch a lot of different points, important points in life. It's not something that I thought about it. I saw a lot of other people retiring when they got to a certain age. But I did, apart from Formula One, I also did a lot of endurance races, like 24 Hours of Le Mans, like 1,000 kilometers races in Monza, in Spa. I did the World Championship. Actually, I won the World Championship in 1986. I did a lot of endurance races as well, until one day I was testing a car preparation for Le Mans 24 Hours. I thought to myself, this is extremely dangerous what I do. I should not continue that very long. And that was the exact moment where I started thinking about it and took a decision to have the Le Mans race as my last race. I had already started to work on some totally different area. It was in the aviation industry, working as a broker in the business jet industry. So buying and selling business jets first of all for France. In Formula One and in racing, my first client was Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Then I had Keke Rosberg, Mika Häkkinen, Michael Schumacher. They all came to me to buy or to sell an airplane or helicopter. That's how I got started. And in '99 I had this accident that put me out for a little bit of time. But at the end of the year 2000 I was competitive mentally and physically again. So I did that, and since then, well, I've been doing mostly that as a professional. I would say the industry of private jets or business jets has changed a lot since when I started. It was mainly business jets were mainly used by industrials, by people who needed sports people who needed to travel fast. And today it's much more common. I mean, all the big companies, they have their own private jet. They all have their private jet department that is running 3, 4, 5, 6 jets depending on the size of the company. But it's a world that has changed a lot. So we are brokers, we are buying and selling, we are also giving advice to the customers, we are consultants, and we offer all kinds of services that are required for the customers to buy the right plane or to sell the plane and to enjoy flying instead of being bothered with all these elements that we control very well. We've sold to date something like 425 airplanes in 72 countries. So we know more or less what's going to come as a problem, and we can solve that problem before it arises for customers. So that's why they come to us. The very first time I discovered Monaco was in 1979, I think. I came here and I drove in Formula 3. It was my first season. I had a car which was not competitive, driving for a very small team, no money to develop the car, to work on the car. So I think I did not qualify for the race in Formula 3, but that gave me a push to say that, I don't want this to happen anymore. Next time I come to Monaco, I want to be able to win. And actually the year after, I was kind of leading the race, the second position. I had an accident with somebody else, so I could not finish, otherwise I would have been on the rostrum for sure. Actually, I decided in 1984 to come to Monaco, and I think it was in September or October, I rented my first apartment and moved here. I've enjoyed every minute of being in Monaco. I've enjoyed the city, the country, the mentality, the safety. All my kids, I have 4 children, they went to school in Monaco. They have a very, very good education. They managed to go much further in their life than a normal student who would have learned in different countries. So I'm very, very happy with all that.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, news.mc and monacoinfo.com. Next week, we will receive Elena Baranova, Professor in Personal Genomics and Anti-Aging. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit news.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit monacoinfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.